Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Go Foods Global. Thank you for joining this product call that we do each and every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Excited to be on this call with you this evening. Tonight's call will be about 15 minutes, and we're going to talk about why storing food is so important and so relevant. I think you're going to really enjoy this evening. So thanks for joining us. If you're just here learning more about the company, thank you for being here. If you're a customer that's enjoying our products, we're always happy that you're wanting to learn more about our products and the mission of our company. And if you're one of our many, many IBOs that enjoy serving, saving, and sharing Go Foods and our products, thank you for joining this call as well. My name is Brad Stewart. I'm the president of Go Foods, one of the co-founders, and I love this product. I love our products. This is why I so much enjoy every single Tuesday preparing and getting information together that I think is relevant and important for all of us to talk about our mission, our vision, our products, and critical things that are going on in the country that impact each and every one of us. I'd like to jump right in and remind everyone, I like to do this each and every time because our mission and vision is great. The Go Foods mission is to feed and prosper the world by serving, saving, and sharing very relevant, easy to prepare meals in minutes, heat and eat. We've got beverages. We've got on-the-go products for on-the-go lifestyles, and they encourage you and I and everyone to eat more nutritiously while we're on the go and we can spend time together. These meals only take 12 to 14 minutes to prepare. There's mouth-watering today as they will be in 25 years from now. The company is all about feeding and prospering families. We have a unique, what we call promise and guarantee, which is our Nutriversal concept. And it's very easy. We promise that all of our meals are quick fix, somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 15 minutes. You just cut the package, you put them in a pan, you add 4 to 5 cups of water, bring to a boil, simmer, and voila, you have an amazing meal. They taste as good today as they will in 25 years from now, so we've got extended shelf life. And we do that by blocking all of the light, removing all of the moisture, and flushing all the oxygen out of our packaging. And this is how we keep this a pristine product without using preservatives and using modern technology and these portable, lightweight, go-anywhere food products. And these products are used each and every day. These are just not put them away and hope and pray you don't ever have to use them. We promise these products, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, beverages, baked goods, all of it can be served in your home every day. And our entree meals on average are about $1.50 per serving. So, and there's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So our Nutriversal seal and guarantee and promise is unique anywhere in the food industry. Our mission and vision is to feed and prosper families everywhere. And that sets the stage for what I'd like to talk about tonight, which is, once again, why we store food. Right now in the United States, there's unprecedented levels of people that are returning to the practice of self-reliance and looking for the independence that comes from having a food savings account, having some reserve food, having something set aside for many, many reasons. And I'm going to talk about, we announced this call, and when I first started, we were going to be talking about this being 7 reasons why people are putting away food supplies. I've increased that to now 12. I want to talk about 12 critical reasons people are storing food. The events, the circumstances that we are facing in this country, not only America, but Canada, all of North America, are so unfamiliar to most of us in our generation. My father's 90. He lived through the Depression. He understands a lot of things that I've never personally had to, be a part of my life. But yet, we live in a time that things are serious. We're not doomsdayers. The way we approach this is by proactively thinking abundantly and doing something today while we can, eating, saving money, that's serving our food. But the money that we serve, we can set some food aside. That's the saving. And the way that we share is we share our food for free. Anyone that wants to sample our product, they can actually order our product samples for free and find out at what level makes sense for them. History's proven over and over again that food really was the beginning solution to almost every single major problem and every country, every culture, for every single generation, particularly people that were looking for independence, freedom, and security, and yes, even survival. Food was the first currency. It'll be the last currency, and it's the most important currency in our lives. So whether you agree with the following approximately 12 reasons that people put food away or not, food always has been, and is now, and forever will be the greatest dependency that we have. And it's the one thing that if you put a little thought into it, each one of us can do something about. And I'll tell you, for the thousands of people that are part of Go Foods, it's very comforting as a source of safety and security in their families that each person that is a part of Go Foods they're serving this food in their home, and with the savings that they're enjoying, they're setting some aside, and they're able to share it with anyone that has interest in doing the same for free. That is our mantra: serve, save, and share. So the first one of these 12 critical reasons people are storing foods, let me mention, is what I'll call runaway inflation. Runaway inflation is something that many of us have touched within our lives. 1 in 6 Americans presently worry about getting food daily. That's 1 in 6. It's on their mind every day. Can I feed my family? Well, with runaway inflation, such that Germany, Argentina, Greece, and many other countries, if you are watching the news, if we were to follow the same inflationary path, will we? I don't know. But the United States is presently on a very interesting course, which none of us fully understand what's going to happen in the next 1, 2, 3, even 4 years. So if we're on that same inflationary path, and we certainly can be, the price of a loaf of bread could double, triple, quadruple. Literally, food in general could increase by the tune of billions. And I'm telling you, that would absolutely impact every single one of our lives. Number 2, whether you believe it or not, global warming has some really interesting impact on the way that people are viewing food. Global warming, whether it's fabricated, whether it's a concept that has real merit or not, I know for a fact, and I think many of you, if you'll ever spend a little time searching on the internet, which I do quite often when it comes to food matters, global warming is used to control the fertilization of crops. They're using and speaking to it for the taxation of our farmers. They're controlling how much and what foods that we're going to be able to buy will have impact on global warming. There's legislation being proposed right now that will prevent people from gardening, literally having a garden in your backyard, and mandating that farmers mandating what farmers could grow and what they couldn't grow is all part of global warming. To plant gardens for hard times has always been good counsel. Very few people are doing it. We think that very few people really want to plant gardens. So we believe it's a whole lot easier, rather than planting a garden, to come up with a food security plan and the reasons why you're storing food, and start setting some aside with the use of technology and the way that foods can be packaged and the quality of them. So the time to plant is now. Literally, if you want to do a garden, great. But if you want to plant a garden right now in your home, Go Foods has a very simple path that will let you do the exact same thing, if you will, on a very affordable path. Number 3 is food quality, another reason. We're talking about 12 critical reasons of people storing food. Food quality. Imported food from countries with no safety standards are happening every single day. Irradiated food, non-GMO food. Everything in our food chain is using insecticides, fertilizers. Bacterial and chemical contamination are impacting our food chain as it's entering our country's food supply at high levels. We are dealing with a food chain that to a certain extent is broken. We, the company Go Foods, source our ingredients from growers who we know follow the good agricultural practices. They're GAP certified. We are Circle U kosher certified. We're non-GMO, non-irradiated. We're very, very careful about picking the highest quality suppliers and foods so that our quality is unique in the marketplace. And with the GAP certification, it ensures controls over every aspect, from the quality of the water that we use, to the way that we dehydrate our food, the way that we remove the oxygen from our food, the quality and type of mylar that we use to package. It's the equipment, it's the way that the waste materials, sanitation, the facility, the quality of the workers, the way we transport. Every part about what we do sets food quality number 1. Number 4, as a reason why people store foods, is emergency preparedness. People just want to be better prepared. Having an emergency food supply near your back door, in your motorhome, up at your cabin, whatever makes you feel that you're prepared is great. It's smart. It's a simple thing to do. It's lightweight. It doesn't take up a lot of room, especially with the Go Foods products. So when a natural disaster happens, and although I live here in the West, anybody, the other side of the continental divide going back toward the south and east, they fully understand the impact of hurricanes, of floods, of tornadoes, et cetera, et cetera. Out on the west where I live, earthquake is a much more prevalent opportunity. Fire, of course, is a big part of the west and the big forests are out this way. So no one knows when a natural disaster is going to strike, whether it's earthquake, fire, flood, hurricanes, tornadoes, etc. But they do strike. They're striking at unprecedented levels, and access to your local food store will not be an option. Because when something happens within 24 to 48 hours, everything in the community is wiped off the shelf. And what happens if that food chain were delayed and something could not restart? What happened as far as losing the availability of food? This is why it makes sense to serve it and save it. Another big one that people sometimes really don't think through as a reason to have a storable, high-quality, good-tasting food that you're proud, excited, and comfortable using is job loss. The emotional impact of a job loss or illness can be very significant. And when you have easy-to-prepare food, I'm talking about entrees and soups and breakfasts and things that you can just cut, open, put on a plate, serve, or quickly heat and eat. It's so empowering to have that available to you. So job loss is real, underemployment, unemployment. These things impact people's ability to provide food, and it's another great reason to be prepared. Number 6, storms and weather. I just mentioned those. They're tied back to the emergency preparedness philosophy. All of these things will make food impossible to transport when there is a very serious storm or weather, a catastrophic event. They destroy crops. They interrupt the transportation. They isolate you and I from having access to food. There's serious crop failures in America all the time. We have some of the worst ones happening right now, and all of this next summer season and fall season, they're predicting a lot of very serious shortages associated with crop failures. And that impacts the bottom line, our budget, the availability, and the opportunity for us to get food from the grocery stores. Number 7 of the 12 that we've identified would be helping others. A food supply can be used to help yourself, your family, your neighbors, and anyone in need. I think that once we know that we need to do something and we can afford to do it and we show people, literally we guarantee people they will save time, they will save money, and we guarantee the quality of our food, and we can show them without spending one more dollar how over time, with the money they save, they can eat better and literally over a period of a year put in a very, very nice food savings account for their family without spending one additional penny in their budget. Number 8, fuel. I'm on the road all the time. The fuel for shipping continues to rise. It makes food more expensive. We're going into the season starting in May and June, and all of a sudden, supply and demand, all of a sudden quickly our prices go up, and it impacts our food prices. Number 9, we are literally destroying, for the lack of a better word, we're bulldozing 1 million acres of prime farmland every year in this country. And we're doing it to make room for more concrete and more asphalt and more buildings. We're actually striking at the cradle of our ability to grow food in this country. 10, our oceans in this world are so overfished. If you watch Discovery Channel and you start watching anything on television right now, you will see that many species are literally disappearing. Is it going to be like the buffalo, the American bison? I don't know, but I will tell you as a fisherman, I know how many species are in danger and at risk of being completely wiped off the face of the earth. I've been a sport fisherman for years. Always catch and release is the way I prefer to do it. And I will tell you, our fish supply is in grave danger. Number 11 is free trade. It's beneficial. Trade's a great thing when countries are trading goods and services between another and there's some equality. But I will tell you, however people envision free trade to work, it was never intended to the selling of land. How are we going to feed our families if foreign countries own our farms? In this country, the U.S., the United States of America, it is unbelievable the amount of foreign landlords that own our prime farmland in this country. And they're buying it up for good reason, so they can control this important currency. It was the first, it's the last, it's the most important currency. So free trade is not good when we are giving up our very best lands to other countries, our land that we produce food on. And number 12 is, what happens if we have another real legitimate oil shortage? In my life, we've had some. Or if we had another terrorist attack. It could easily tip the scales and cause food shortages almost immediately. And if it were big enough under the right circumstances, it would have epic proportions. And I'll tell you, heaven help us, that if we should have any kind of another major war. We've been trailing and trying to get out of all the little wars that were skirmishes that we've been in. But think about it if we had another major war, from the electrical grid to blackouts to civil unrest, hyperinflation. The stock market has been at risk for so long. Any such event would seriously disrupt the distribution of the food that you and I enjoy. This food supply, and it would happen almost without warning. So, in wrapping up this phone call, we like to keep these to about 15 minutes. There's many reasons that we could start a food savings account and why we should be storing food. We all have different reasons. I just shared 12 of them with you. We need a simple plan. This company, Go Foods, has one. It's designed for people in any situation to help them get control over their greatest dependency, which is food. We've got 3 simple, powerful principles: to serve our food every day and save money and enjoy it, to save it and set it aside so that we have something to handle the 12 items as an example I just mentioned. There are many more. And we allow people, we put over 1 million free meals into the marketplace last year to let people serve our food, have it as a free gift to sample it and find out where it fits in their life. So you can save for unseen circumstances, you can eat it at your home right now, and you can share the food for free, gain control over the food supply, your food supply. You can't do anything a lot about water and air, but you can do something about your food supply, and you'll be less dependent on others. We have a powerful mission. It's to feed and prosper American families. We're giving back 1 in 10 through the Go Foods Foundation. And, you know, a lot of people in life believe that the good you put out to the universe comes back tenfold. We know that's true. So when you acquire 10 pouches of food from Go Foods for your own needs, our foundation, the Go Foods, will donate 1 pouch towards a contribution in your area. We call that consumer-driven philanthropy. It's our wish that through your caring generosity of serving, saving, and sharing, that you can receive great things back to you. And together we can make a difference, and together we'll feed and prosper the world. We really will, and we'll do it 1 meal at a time. So for all of us here at Go Foods in Salt Lake City, my name is Brad Stewart. Thank you. Have a nice evening.